question is, to put our minds at ease, do you have any evidence that you can release to the public that indicates that Hannah is still alive?
Sure. I understand everybody's concern, and the showing of community support is touching, and it's one of the things that makes Ashland so special. I just want to say that first of all. I also understand that the father is a bit incredulous about some of the information that we have, but we still feel very strongly that the information we have received from people in Northern California is credible, and that Hannah has been seen in, was seen in Mount Shasta, was given a ride to Dunsmuir, and the details provided by these folks when they had no inside information about this case, again, makes us feel as though this information is credible. We haven't received any information in the last few days that I've been made aware of, but there is a really strong indication in our opinions that after Hannah left the party on Dead Indian Memorial Road, she did make it safely to Northern California, and we don't know where she went from there.
Has the Ashland Police Department or the Jackson County Sheriff's Office conducted a search of the area and terrain where she was last seen, including dogs who are trained to pick up?
Sure. Some members of the Ashland Police Department did in fact go up to the party site immediately after we got this case and did a cursory search, finding nothing that appeared to be of interest. I have been in touch with the members of the Jackson County Sheriff's Department this morning, and they are in fact to help with our investigation and to help with their investigation, because they would have jurisdiction of anything that happened on Dead Indian Memorial Road. They are in fact sending their search and rescue team up there today to comb the area, and that would probably involve dogs.
Yeah, it took a month. It still took a month. Yeah, as she said. I would like to ask a question. Does that search involve dogs? Detection dogs?
My understanding is that when search and rescue goes out, they take cadaver dogs with them as part of the search. So I think there's a good anticipation of that.
Can we get a definite yes or no on that?
Not from me, you can't, but I'll try to get it from the Sheriff's Department. I don't. My department doesn't have anything to do with that.
Right,
search and
but I'd
rescue
appreciate it if you could give us a definite
Sure.
yes or no. Thank you.
That's
I mean later.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our third question is Hannah's car being processed for forensics evidence, and when can we hope to hear the results?
Sure. Hannah's car from the beginning was processed for forensic evidence. There were DNA swabs that were taken. There were things along the lines of hair follicles and other things that have been taken. There's a few issues at play here. One, if something happened to her in California and she was the subject of some sort of criminal activity in California, that would go to California labs. If we were to introduce it into the Oregon State Police Lab, which is the system that all of us use in Oregon, with the possible exception of the Portland Police Bureau, and they might even use the state police, their policies are that they generally will not analyze evidence in a case that is not known to be criminal. Now, to dispel the common misconception about forensic evidence, even if the Oregon State Police were to do something, if any lab were to do something, it's not something that happens quickly. And I'll give you the example. We had a fairly serious assault with a known victim with suspect descriptions here in Ashland in August of 2011. And it wasn't for between a year and a half later that the DNA came back from that, allowing us to match it up with someone. So this myth about seeing stuff on CSI and the various police shows, it simply isn't true. So even if we were to do it, and again, the policies that are in place with the state police lab indicate that generally any DNA evidence, any forensic evidence would not be analyzed in this situation. Even if they were to do it, it would take quite a long time for that to come back.
I just have to do a follow-up. So that seems like a long way of saying nothing's been done in terms of forensic evidence with the car.
That's not what I said. I said that forensic evidence has been collected and is available for analysis if the need arises. So it has been collected, it is being preserved, and if the need arises, then the best way to analyze it will be undertaken.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Evidence has been collected, but we don't know what that evidence says.
Correct.
Okay. Next question. Has the Ashland Police Department asked for assistance from the state police, FBI, or any other agency, and if not, why not?
Well, to take this one at a time, the FBI wouldn't be involved in what appears to be a runaway case. The state police, the county police, every police department in California and Washington and Oregon has been asked for assistance through a collaborative information sharing network that we have at our disposal. So I would say that every police department on the West Coast has been asked for assistance, and a lot of them have given it where they can. The FBI did contact us early on in the investigation when it looked like there were some very suspicious circumstances surrounding this, and they offered their assistance when we thought that maybe there was a really positive indication that she had been the victim of a crime. The FBI hasn't been involved beyond that initial offer of assistance, and frankly they wouldn't get involved in what, again, by all appearances, appears to be a runaway situation.
I'm just curious, so